because I was a little nervous that it would be used in a harmful way. I'm going to be talking about energy harvesting, and then everything that's yours, your energy, your content that's taken from you without your consent, that you can use that to get it back. Upgrading your protection, and they gave me the movie Matrix and all the villains that are in the movie Matrix, that you got to think like them, and actually they're very clever. And if you look at all the characters, all the villains in the Matrix, adapting what they have, you can do to protect yourself. And then also, I wanted to state that everything that I am teaching, it isn't to get revenge. It is not to go out and harm someone. It's actually the people that aren't doing anything, that aren't causing harm, that are being taken advantage of. Because I can see if the things I've went through that they're going through, and a lot of them are not even aware, and they're really scared. Because my guides were showing me, like, even the defenses, like I've discussed, these people are very smart and they keep upgrading. So like for a day or two, it works really well, and then all of a sudden it doesn't, and you can feel the difference. What I'm going to teach you, it can only be used if they're doing things against you, if they're stealing your content, if they're doing energy harvesting, because then it's your energy. It's your gifts. It's what belongs to you. They're stealing it. They're stealing it. So it gives you permission to take back what's yours, to create balance and to protect yourself. So they have access to you, or even having cords and ties, having access to you. So they can manipulate you and your energies. It's the same thing. They forcefully took your energies, what is your people that are assigned and ordained. Their their body is able to handle the higher frequency of energy. These other people, they can't. It's a lot harder. And the higher level the energy, the more it's incompatible to the physical form. And I had mentioned before, it'll cause psychosis, it'll cause their body to shut down, they'll have illnesses, and they'll even start losing their gifts. If they did have any gifts, if they were especially if they're using it for ill will. And then it disconnects them from source, so they don't have mana where they can manifest. They don't get source life energy. So then they have to energy harvest, take it from something else outside of them, from items or a person. And they were explaining to me, the darker the person is, the more negative the person is. The polarity and the energies, it's a lot wider. So it actually, them taking in that energy is even more detrimental to them, because it's the opposite of what they are. What I'm going to teach you, you can only do this if they took something from you. All you have to do is call it back to you. Call your gifts back, call your content back. And it goes even further than that. The more, I guess, of a positive person you are, and the more negative the person was, the more of an effect it'll have on that person that stole from you. But the higher level of positive you are, and the further negative they are, they will see an effect, because what it is it's causing a balance, equalizing what they took. There always has to be either way an equal give and take in every transaction. In their physical body, to have two polarities of energy in the body, it actually, depending on, like if they're very negative and the person that the energy harvested from was very positive, it's almost like atomic acid. That type of energy is so conflicting. The end result is it actually starts destroying the God particle, or the God energy that keeps everything together, destroying them. Their body actually having huge punctures. What they showed me was, like, even me pulling back my gifts, like they're literally holding it in their hands, and you're ripping it out of their hands. It is like shredding their hands. Or if they're holding the content in their mind, They're trying to hold it in, and it's like toxic, bouncing around in their head. But you have every right to call back what's yours. Your gifts, your content, literally just like busting out of their head, but they're hanging on to it. These people do already realize that their shell is cracked, like numerous cracks, puncture holes from all the energy harvesting. That they're building their own suits so they don't leak energies, so they don't call upon themselves that which needs a fight. They're like hiding, and I guess they're using other people's energies too to cloak themselves, like make their own shield. So it's not natural, it's artificial, but they have to keep on energy harvesting to keep this shield. You know, you're calling back your energies, you're calling back your gifts. They're holding it inside their field or the shield that they have. So you do have to visualize, you have to put focus and intention and actually see it, that whatever your energy, your gifts, you're calling it back. And basically it's punching through this shield. But you have every right to claim what is yours. You start feeling better. No joke, you start feeling better. That's what they've been doing. And I was like, no way. I was like, that makes a lot of sense when they showed it to me. And I was like, I have to tell everybody. But then I was like, I felt bad. I was like, what if somebody can use it in a bad way? And then finally now I realized, well, the only way you can do this if they've stolen from something from you, which you have every right to pull it back and claim it back. And the reason why it's been so hard to get it back is because they've designed a shield to keep it all inside of them. All your content, your ideas, your energy. If they have, I don't know how they access gifts, they're like literally holding it in, and you got to focus, and it might take you a couple of minutes. You keep on calling it, and it will puncture through their shield. And then also after you do that, you do have to do the Candyman. Stuff that they've sent to you, you need to send it back. Their recovery, not recovery, but able to like energy harvest and use someone else's energy to shield themselves. It's a lot harder for them to do that, and it takes them a lot longer. And you might need to do this a couple of times during the day, like when you wake up, when you go to sleep, and maybe in the middle of the day. And you'll actually start feeling different, and you'll start getting your energy back. It's crazy, and you'll start having more clarity. To do like a meditation or a visualization, when you do your cord cutting, the cords are cut like deep in multiple dimensions. You have to picture that, cutting the cords and the roots and the ties, access bridges in any which way, known and unknown, that which is not in your most highest, no longer in your most highest good. When you cut it, you also visualize coming from source, the highest frequency tolerable, because there's different levels, the highest frequency tolerable, filling up that space that was cleansed, the negativity, the cords of ties that was burnt away, filling up that space and crystallizing to diamond form, so it's no longer accessible. So you actually do become like a diamond. And then even cords and ties that have to stay, like with your family members and stuff, do the same thing. And also you're gonna have to do that probably at least once a day, because you don't realize there's many times that you reconnect cords to certain people that you shouldn't. And also, this will help too. Everybody needs to do this. You need to visualize, and it's even better when you say it out loud. Calling everyone, because you are connected to everyone, calling everyone all to see the truths for the truths and the lies for the lies. See the truths and the lies of yourself and your surroundings, so you can make choices with clarity and without negative, harmful influences. And these people that are doing these things, these harmful things out of selfishness, that everyone can see the truth of them, theirs, and all involved, their true face, their true heart, all their deeds that they have done in the past and that are intending to do, that everybody sees the truth of them, causing an impact where they can't lie and manipulate to and against anybody, including you. So the more people that do this, the more that it won't just be in your immediate world, it's going to happen on the whole planet. This stuff has been going on in many places. You would be shocked. And a lot of people are doing this, not just only energy harvesting. And you got to realize, if they're willing to go to the extent where they're willing to steal something from someone, like energy, to the point where it makes someone sick and go crazy or even die, these people are willing to do everything else. Told me to look up all the villains on the Matrix, and the main one they told me that would benefit us in protecting ourselves is to be a Mr. Smith. Your Silver Surfer ability, adapting, you're not going to only be able to protect yourself, you're going to be able to protect your loved ones. You're going to be the Mr. Smith that's going to literally Silver Surfer them. You're going to Silver Surfer your home, Silver Surfer your car, Silver Surfer your children, Silver Surfer your loved ones, Silver Surfer your content, Silver Surfer your platform, everything that to make sure that your guides advise you or allow you or not allow you. And only those that are worthy and verified by your spiritual battle team, because there are people who fake and fucking lie. This type of spirituality, this type of thinking, they're calling it one. So there's no God, there's no Jesus, there's no universe, and any, like, even if you believe in other religions, you can still believe in the one. And plus you are the one. Everything is one. Matrix is all esoteric if you pay attention. Like Neo's name actually means one. And he was the chosen one. They just moved the O to the other side. So he's the one, and that's where they got the name Neo. And then also for the rest of the villains, like let me see, okay, like the agents, Sentinels, you can use the Sentinels as like your bots or whatever, or even for your Candyman, and you can use the Sentinels to visualize them protecting you. You can use like the techniques of like the Train Man, the twins that the Merovingians used, the twins. They were able to go in ghost form and move around with ease and absorb and evade damage with ease. So you could adapt that ability to your Silver Surfer. So you're not only doing the different states of matter, you're going to actually add that. Use the abilities of the villains and even other villains, not just only in the Matrix. And you don't even have to know who these people are. You just call it back. And you might see hints of it, who these people are. And what they described to me, that some of these people have done it to so many people, energy harvesting, that pulling back your gifts, your energies, your content, whatever that they took, that literally, like, you will notice, like, they will be sick in this energy, and then calling everyone to see the truths for the truths and the lies for the lies. You'll actually feel nasty around them. And you'll start noticing, like, when they're talking to you, the energy you feel doesn't coincide with what they're saying. Like, you feel like something's wrong, and you'll want to stay away from them. So it'll be harder for them to lie, cheat, and steal. And it'll be harder for them to energy harvest from someone and then cloak themselves and make another shield. It'll be harder. So do this as many times during the day as you need, and no shit, you're going to notice you're going to start feeling better. You have every right to protect you, yours, and your family, so you can continue on your path and purpose like you're supposed to, so we can make this place a better place.